What's up, guys and gals? It's your host of the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys the next piece of One Piece, chapter 1075, chapter review. And I'm going to be frank with you, ladies and gentlemen. If anything was going to drive me to drink in my dry month of February, for those of you who don't know, I'm just taking a break. Dry February, it's a thing. It's on the internet, it's on commercials, on TV, etc., etc. And it's just a good time to, once in a while you got to give your liver a break, right? But if anything was going to drive me to drink in this February and break my dry month, it would be this goddamn arc, reading Egghead Island One Piece week to week. It really would. It's not missing out on Super Bowl parties. It wouldn't be Valentine's Day date night. It wouldn't be Friday night streams. It wouldn't be stress or depression or any of that stuff. It would be this. Because I'm going to be frank with you guys. Chapter 1075, let's just talk about 1075, and let's talk about why multiple people and YouTubers are they're not quitting or dropping One Piece, but they're taking a break and waiting for this arc to be over before they pick it back up, and I fucking understand why. So let's just go through the chapter, because I can explain it very simply. We get a very useless cover page where Vegapunk met the Gorosei. Great. I kind of already assumed that, being, the world's government's greatest mind, scientist, and all this shit. And he's developed literally all their technology. I kind of assumed he met them at some point, but whatever. Alright, so we saw that. Cover serial doesn't tell us any new information. The rest of the chapter, Stella Body's still missing. The Straw Hats and everybody, and the other Vegapunks are still split up and apart and looking for him. Clearly, we're led to believe, at the very least, that the Gorosei actually showed up on the island. I guess Kizaru's around. I guess the Gorosei ended up on the island and nobody figured it out. There's no detectors. Nobody realized that they ended up docking and they're there, and they went in incognito, I guess, with no sensors going off. Fine, dandy, Frontier Dome's gone, so I guess nothing works now or something. I don't know. None of those animals that with the metal parts, nothing tipped them off in the main control room, I guess. We're led to believe that's the case. And even though we, the readers, are led to believe that's the case, attacking the different Vegapunk bodies and the Straw Hats and stuff is the Seraphim, the number one body, not the OO body, the Stella body, Vegapunk himself, but the Shaka, the 01 body, automatically, remember, the greatest mind in all of One Piece, automatically assumes that old man Vegapunk, the Stella body, is ordered the Seraphim to attack himself and his other bodies. That's the genius conclusion that one of the Vegapunk androids concluded. That Vegapunk had to have ordered it. Yeah, sounds like the smartest mind. No way. No absolute way that the Gorosei did it. No way they're here. Yeah. Even the argument that could be made for this, that says, well, the Gorosei are known to never leave the Holy Land. Really? The smartest mind in the world is going to sit there and be that fucking naive and assume that their creator, the one that's literally, they're all basically 7 parts, they're basically the same person now. We were told this. It's been hammered into us in this useless ass arc that, these basically, for all intents and purposes, Lilith, Shaka, Edison, they all are Vegapunk. They all are him. He's them and they are him. And randomly, now that he said, yeah, can we all go with you in the Straw Hats and leave and peace out of here, the government's attacking, blah, 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 boom, I want to turn around and order them to attack. Must be Vegapunk. Must have went rogue. That's their conclusion. Whatever. Okay. Chapter goes on. Everybody's being attacked by the Seraphim. And finally, Luffy and Zoro showcase my feelings toward this post-Wano arc. It's been nothing but just crap, in all honesty. They look disgusted. Yeah, I look disgusted too. I'm with them. So Lucci and Kaku wake up and now they're going to team up and stuff. And Oda thinks that's going to be cool. We don't need it. We don't care. We want the fuck out of this arc and off this island, Oda. You got to do it. So that's what this chapter is. This chapter is Vegapunk's a moron and thinks Vegapunk betrayed Vegapunk and has no possible way that Gorosei showed up and who could have ordered the Seraphim to attack them. And also the Seraphim, literally, the Seraphim are attacking. That's it. That's all that happens this chapter. The Seraphim are attacking. The British are coming. The British are coming. The Seraphim are attacking. The Seraphim are attacking. That's it. That's all that happens in this chapter. So, and as I said, I'm discussing it as Luffy and stuff like this chapter. Honestly, it's just another chapter with Egghead Island was supposed to be what Egghead was supposed to be was the Council of Elrond from Lord of the Rings. It was supposed to be Elrond and Gandalf sitting the fuck down. Vegapunk was hyped up for years and years to be our lore master, to be when the Straw Hats finally meet Vegapunk, we are going to be blown away. The lore and the info and the history and all the possibilities and all the stuff is going to be mind-boggling. It's going to be vast. It's going to be crazy. He's going to tell Frankie how to make the Thousand Sunny the greatest ship of all time. He's going to hint to Robin all about this Void Century shit. He's going to talk about the Empty Throne. He's going to talk about, Devil Fruit lore and all this stuff and all the different applications to Devil Fruits. And all we got from this man? All we got from this filler of a goddamn filler arc. That's what Egghead is. This is an anime filler arc feel. Just let's throw Lucci and Kaku in there and stuff and have shenanigans with the Straw Hats in a Futurama episode. Wouldn't it be fun if they were in a future-esque city wearing Hawaiian shirts and hover boots? That's literally, this is anime. This is some anime guy going, all right, we caught up with the manga, we need a filler arc. Well, what if the next island is like a space island and Luffy just shenanigans occur with hover boots and McDonald's, in the future, and spaceships, right? Why don't we do that? That's what this is, because Vegapunk has actually given us nothing. Very, very little. Almost next to nothing. You know what he's given us? He's given us a possibility that he doesn't even know. First off, he knows nothing really about Luffy's Devil Fruit and the Awakening and all that stuff. He really gave us no new information. And then, so for the guy who knows everything, didn't really tell us much. And then he only gives this as a theory. He doesn't actually know the origin of Devil Fruits. He has a theory, and that theory is got to be one of the most disappointing things in the series, which is Devil Fruits are human beings sat back and wish they could fly. And boom, the apple tree in the backyard all of a sudden made me a fruit to turn me into a fucking pigeon. That is literally Vegapunk's theory. The smartest mind in the world has given us no lore and no information. All Vegapunk has showcased is that he can pull a Dr. Gero and build some goddamn androids ready to kill Goku. That is literally all he's done. He has built a city. Frankie could have done this shit. Like, all Vegapunk has so far showcased to me is that he can build a tank that shoots flowers in a cover story, and that he actually has no lore, no history, and no information for us. He's got next to nothing. He's not 500 years in the future. He's not this brilliant mind. He's not an L or a Light or a Sherlock Holmes or Robert Downey Jr. He's not a Tony Stark. He's none of these people. He has literally been a disappointment of a character, and he's not even a good character. He's not a fun character. These android bodies are meh. It's like the Red Scabbard, splitting up all the character personality and interactions you could have had with one Dr. Vegapunk. You've now split among 7, so they don't, each one gets the bare minimum, this little amount of screen time, so none of them get developed. And none of them you spend enough time with to actually give a shit about. Red Scabbards, once again. It's the same symptoms. So I understand completely why people, and as I said, the Devil Fruit thing, it's like, I wish I had flower powers. I wish I could fly. I wish I could turn into a jacket and have people put me on. And from those just people thinking about it, I wish I had $1 million. I wish I had $1 million. I wish I had $1 million. And boom, damn. I had a rose bush out there in the back, guys, but holy shit, all of a sudden, you know what I saw out there? Check for $1 million. Goddamn right, just mind over matter, right? Or mind controlling matter. Let's do it. In his entire theory on Devil Fruits is that that humankind has a natural reality stone from Avengers. That Human thinking in the One Piece world can warp reality and change the laws of nature itself. And Mother Nature's pissed off that human beings thinking and having and wishing for superpowers made it happen, and she's pissed off about it. If I was Mother Nature, I'd be like, yeah, that's some fucking bullshit. That'd be like the Team 4-star shit with Helsing a Bridge with the whole, I know it's rich coming from me, but your powers are bullshit. Yeah. So this is not, Vegapunk hasn't done what he was supposed to do as a character, what we all expected. He's not even a very interesting character. He's not a good person. And this Egghead Island arc has just been a filler space episode of an anime arc. And let's throw in some familiar faces with Lucci and Kaku to try to keep the reader involved. You know, the best things that have happened post-Wano have been outside the Straw Hats. Not anything good has happened. Not anything remarkable, anything interesting, anything, boom. The best we got is something that people can argue they can explain away with the ice time capsule shit from Aokiji, but that Saul's alive and Robin's happy. But I would argue, even if you can explain that Saul didn't die, which I'm still kind of about, like, Oda, you gotta leave characters dead. The fact of the matter is that he's alive, is that you did that shit in Wano. Clover, her mother, and Saul all there, and she has moved on from her guilt. And then you turn around and 20 chapters later, 30 chapters later say, oh yeah, by the way, you know how you've had those demons and you've carried with them since you were a kid and so long, but now you found the Straw Hats and you've moved on, and even when it's thrown in your face by some spider bitch, you're still like, no, I wish this were the case, but this is not reality. I need to accept their deaths and move on. Boom, let's undercut that story, that character moment for Robin in Wano and fucking bring Saul back to life. Just to undercut that beautiful moment by 1/3. Why 1/3? Because 3 dead characters, now one's all of a sudden alive. So let's just bring Olivier back while we're at it. Like, I just, Now, One Piece, I understand why people are once again, not dropping the series, but taking an extended break. They're waiting week to week. This is not the best thing. This is not it. I haven't really been enjoying the last few, and you guys can go back and check my reviews when this first started. I already said, nah, the Space City, going to Mario Party 2 Spaceland is not, it's not it. It's not it for me in the Straw Hats. It's not, it's got the wrong feel. It's not doing it, and none of these chapters feel like it. Oda's missing. Oda's slipping in this arc. Maybe Wano, maybe he needs an extended break. I think Oda should take an honest, an actual nice break. I know that we're all saying, no, but mangakas need a break when they're doing this type of shit, drawing shit out that doesn't need to be drawn out. Like, we could have left Egghead. We do not need this mystery person. We do not need this, who lowered the dome, who did this, who did that. We do not need a missing Vegapunk. We could have left Vegapunk, we could have beat up Lucci, left the island, and boom, with Bonnie and Vegapunk, fine. Get the Kuma memories and leave. That would have been fine. All this stuff on top is not doing any favors. It's not going anywhere for me. It's just not doing it. I don't know what it is. I think after Wano, Oda should have taken a much longer break. Should have taken a nice long vacation and came back to the story and said, okay, for a guy who once again claims the series is ending in less than 5 years, and that was 2 years ago. The last few chapters are showcasing otherwise, unless the series is going to end like every long-running shonen does, with a very rushed, disappointing ending in 10 chapters. I don't see, there's way too much shit to cover, Oda. So I don't know what Oda's doing. The best things that have happened post-Wano have not been on Egghead. It's been Law versus Blackbeard, and Garp is heading to Hajinosu, and seeing moments with Gorosei and Kizaru and stuff like that. Those have been, and the only good thing that happened on Egghead is for Rob Lucci fanboys. We saw the awakening of Rob Lucci, even though it does nothing because Luffy and the rest of the crew are in a different league now. Rob Lucci awakened and hockeyed up, cannot catch up to Gear 5th. He can't catch up to Zoro. He can't catch up to Sanji or Jinbei. The top tiers of the Straw Hats are in a new tier now. They're in a different league. CP0 ain't it. We're talking Admirals and Yonko fighting now, guys. CP0 ain't gonna come out of nowhere and start giving these guys a hard time. It just ain't happening. So that was only fan service without the titties. That's all Rob Lucci showing up is, and has been. Now at the end of the chapter, they're teaming up and stuff, and it's like, eh. So, as I said, I've tried to record this a few times, you know, now, and they're all ending up as rants, whether at the beginning of the video, whether at the end of the video. As I said, I'll keep reviewing it, but maybe I need a break too. Egghead Island is fastly, as I said, is already becoming one of my least favorite arcs, you know, and I can't even explain why, because it's so obvious. Like, how do you enjoy this arc? What's happened in this arc that made you go, can't wait for Friday? Or now Thursday and Wednesday. And that's the sad thing. That's the saddest thing, is that when Roof Piece was going on, when some top tier shit was going on, we were waiting for Fridays. Now all of a sudden, this chapter came out fucking Wednesday at noon. Like, and nobody cares. Like, we're getting early translations and releases for some of the worst chapters in all of One Piece. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. So, I don't know, guys. What do you think? I'm very Zoro Luffy faced right now about this arc. Looking disgusted. That's me. But what do you guys think? Am I just being a hater? Maybe, maybe not. I called it when this arc started. This wasn't hitting. This wasn't going to be good. We got to get the fuck off this island as quick as possible. And all it's done is drag out. And I'm seeing more and more people going, yeah, One Piece slipped in the middle of it. Yeah, this chapter's not going far. Yeah, like even die-hard One Piece fans are sitting there going, yeah, all right. Like, the chapter's not bad. That's what they say. The chapter's not bad. Well, if that's your starting sentence of your defense, you know it's going downhill in some regards. So, anyways, what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And, yeah, I guess we'll see what happens with 1076, I guess. But, like, seriously, Oda, do something else. Move on. Let's see Garp versus Blackbeard. Jesus Christ, give us something else. Get our Straw Hats the fuck off this island. Seriously. Like, it's not it. So, alright. That's it from me. We'll see you guys back here next time. Bye.